Hi everyone, it's Nick. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about my favorite Amazon home products. So I did a similar video to this one about 6 months ago, and there are 10 entirely different products that I did in that video. And I wanted to share some more because that video was really popular. You guys all seem to love it. Now I said in that video, and I'm gonna say it again, this is not sponsored. I kind of like have a love-hate relationship with Amazon. Amazon is frustrating sometimes, you know, like some of their stuff, you don't know if it's very good or just kind of drop shipped, and who even knows like what factory at back of a van it rolled off of, and you just don't really know. Like it's a bit of a mixed bag, you know? And so I thought I would take the time and find products that I actually love and that I use all the time, and I would share that in this video. You guys all seem to love it before, so I thought let's do it again and talk about some other products that I love and that I personally stand behind. Also, before I get to these picks, I will mention that affiliate links and everything are down in the description, so if you wanna help me out and click on those links, that's amazing. Everything is clicked there right to Amazon, so you can go and check things out if you like anything that you see. Let's get going. Okay, first up on my list is going to be the Conair fabric shaver. So you can use this for clothing. I first used one of these like when I worked at Lululemon in 2005, and I'm that old, and and we used to use these all the time, and they were really great for like pilling, because you know Lululemon stuff pills. Don't tell them I said that, but it does. And so you used to use this all the time to like basically shave off any sort of little pill marks that you get on your clothing. But it's also really great for furniture. The thing I would be really careful about though with these is that if you ever get like a raised bit of clothing or furniture, if it sort of bunches up and gets inside, it will potentially snag the fabric. So be very, very careful. But what it does is it shaves, you kind of just turn it on. Ooh, that's obnoxious. And you shave off all the little pills. So when people come over to their house and they're like sweaters and their jeans and things, the fabric sort of comes off and goes onto your couch. You get these little gross little pills that just really drive you crazy. You cannot really get them off very easily. This is where this comes in. You just very lightly go over it again, flush as much as you can with the fabric so you don't snag anything. It's generally safe. I'm just giving you a warning. And you can shave off all those little pills so that it looks as good as new. I used it because I just got this cream couch probably like, when did I get this, a month ago? I'm doing a whole living room tour eventually to calm down. It'll be another month or so. But I did that because it was starting to get those little pill things. Probably this like 2.5 seater took me 10 minutes, 5 minutes? Yeah, about 10 to shave all those little pills right off, and now it looks as good as new. So I got the Conair one. There's a bunch of weird ones on Amazon, but I don't recognize the brand, so I don't really trust those, and I'm not gonna endorse those ones, but I got the Conair because I've heard of it and I kind of trust the Conair. I'm not loyal to them, but it's a good brand. You know, like it's a brand you've heard of, so it's probably not super sketch. So I recommend this one, really like this. Again, use it for your clothing and sweaters and stuff, sure, but don't also forget to use it on couches and upholstery because it works really well for that too. Okay, next up, similar vein is going to be this Oxo, what do we call this? A fabric, ooh gosh, that needs to be clean. Sorry, that's embarrassing. How much stuff I have back there. This like lint brush, I'm gonna say it's a lint brush, yes. And what it is you pull it out, and when you pull it out, it actually like puts all the fluff and stuffs it back in there. And then you just use it like a little wand, and you can use it just to kind of wipe off any like dog hair, which I have a dog. I have a little dog named Sophie. There's some pet related stuff in this list. Basically, yeah, I use this to take off any fur that I got on my furniture, on rugs, things like that. It's good for a quick fix. I don't think it completely replaces a vacuum, but it's nice to do a quick brush over instead of those little like paper like brushes, which are also fine. But this is a reusable sort of one that you can use all the time. And then once it's kind of filled with fur, you just put it in and then you pull it out and it takes off all the fur. So great little tool to have. I sort of hide it and just kind of throw it in amongst kind of a side table that I have, so you can't really find it. And then I just pull it out. It's good, as I said, to just take up some little fur and things like that. And yeah, it's a nice little just wand just to kind of have in the area. It doesn't completely replace your cleaning, but it's a good maintenance tool. Okay, next up, speaking of Sophie, I have to talk about this adorable little like beige, creamy sort of dog bed that Sophie loves. Listen, there's lots of dog beds. I just have to talk about this one because it's really soft and squishy, and Sophie absolutely loves it. If you're in the market for a dog bed and you're thinking that maybe this cute one from Amazon will work from you, I personally think this is a great one. It's kind of as chic as dog beds can be. It's like soft, cozy, warm, fluffy, and Sophie absolutely adores it. It doesn't like hold a lot of fur, which I think is really great. It doesn't mat or squish down and look really gross like a lot of dog beds do, where they just sort of like are a little frumpy pile in the corner. This one kind of holds up. I've had this one for, oh gosh, 6 months now or so, and it works really, really well. Sophie loves it. It also kind of, dare I say, adds a little texture into the space. It just kind of like looks aesthetically kind of pleasing. It's just this cute little donut dog bed. If you're in the market, I would consider this one. I like the color. I think I got this in like this beigey, creamy sort of color, which I liked, but it also has like some black and gray sort of in the mix, so that because she's a black dog, so the dog hair is kind of disguised. I would say if you can kind of match your dog bed a little bit to the color of your dog, that's kind of helpful, because let's be honest, you're not cleaning that every single day. Just just something to consider. So this one has enough black in it to sort of disguise all those Sophie dog hairs. I like this one. Okay, next up, I'm doing a lot of like cleaning maintenance-y ones because, well, that's just the stuff I like on Amazon. I gotta talk about the Folex cleaner. So I have been purchasing this for at least 10 years, if not more. Maybe, well, Sophie's 9, and it definitely have had this long before Sophie was a puppy, probably 15 years. This cleans like nothing else. Obviously pet stains, but every stain that I have had to throw this at, this has taken care of it. Folex, I don't know what wizardry they're doing over there, but it lifts every stain, even this new cream couch. So I'm not really super precious about the stuff that I buy. I know I like nice things, obviously, if you're new here. Hi, I do like nice things. But, you know, I do. I like buying stuff for the home. It's what I spend money on. And I have a new cream couch. And that was perhaps a stupid idea when you have a black dog. Fair. Also just for spilling and all sorts of things. But I decided to do it anyway because I was like, yeah, why not? And with that though, of course, about 2 weeks afterwards, some like turmeric rice spilled on it. And if you know anything about stains, turmeric is like the worst. Like it stains everything. Folex got it out. Like the Folex actually got out turmeric in a cream couch, which I think is a pretty impressive endorsement in my opinion. Every stain, every pet stain, every whatever, Folex has handled it. So this is the only fabric cleaner that I have bought in at least a decade, and it's the one I'm just gonna continue to buy forever because it works. Okay, next up is going to be the Bissell Little Green Pro Heat. This, I use a Dyson for like regularly scheduled cleaning that I have. I love my Dyson, it's great. It's not on this list, but another great vacuum. But this one has like the wet and the actual cleaning. So it does a much deeper clean, which is something that I personally really like to do once in a while. This isn't like a every week thing for me necessarily. I do this for rugs and I do this for my upholstered fabric. So definitely I would do this on my couch all the time. Probably this is something I would do once every few weeks because it's a little bit more of an ordeal to sort of get to do it, because this thing actually is using the soap and water to actually be able to really truly clean your upholstery. So if you have a pet, if you have kids, stains, blah, 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 then this is a really, really good solution. It's portable enough that you can actually maneuver it and works really, really well on upholstery or on furniture, which is harder to do if you have sort of a really big sort of bulky situation. I really like this one. It's super portable, easy to use, can take it in all the different rooms and use it quite regularly. Again, not an every weeker for me, I'll be honest, but it is nice to just make sure that anything the Folex can't get, which for the record is pretty much everything, it just cleans your fabrics in a way that, I don't know, I feel like is a little bit more thorough than you're gonna get from something like a Dyson. So definitely recommend this one. Okay, next up is going to be my Conair steamer. So I hate ironing. Ironing sucks. I don't like it. That and doing the bed, like prepping the bed and like putting like the sheets and stuff on the bed. I hate fitted sheets. I hate it all. But ironing is the worst. And I just don't do it, is actually the reality of it. Like I just don't do it. So I prefer steaming. I've heard it's better for your clothes. Sure, maybe. And I think it's really great for sweaters. It sort of like refreshes your fabrics in a really nice way. And I also don't just use it for clothing. I actually do use it if I'm trying to do something like a bed and the bed is just so crinkly. If you're a person who irons your fitted sheets or whatever, I mean, hats off to you. Like good for you. I mean, that's impressive. I don't have that level of patience. So for me, I would rather put it on and have be a super crinkly mess and then just go over it with a steamer. And honestly, it's gonna get you 8/10 of the way there rather than necessarily having to get out the ironing board and actually ironing your sheets. I don't know who has the time and the patience for that, but that ain't me. So steam it literally on the bed. So steam your pillows. If you kind of want that little bit of a crisp look and give your bed a little bit of a refresh, it takes a couple of minutes. Do I do it every day? No. Do I do it when you guys see my bedroom? I try because I try to make my bed sometimes look nice, and the steamer is a really great way to do it. I do use this a lot on fabrics as well. This is like, I don't even own an iron anymore because I just don't do it, as I said. So for me, I use this for clothing. I use this for bed sheets. I use this for, what else do I use this for? I guess you could use it for towels, but I don't have that patience either. So use it for a lot of different areas of the home. I highly recommend this steamer. Remember, it's not just kind of like a steaming wand. It's also got this, which is like basically acting a little bit like an iron. So you can actually press down on it to get it sort of a little bit more like an iron-like effect. Is that a thing? Who's ever said iron-like effect before but me? But you know what I mean. And this is Conair as well, kind of like the little shaver thing I talked about earlier, a brand that you can kind of trust more than whatever Amazon's cooked up this week. Like who knows where a lot half this stuff is coming from. You know what I mean? Okay, next up, we're gonna move over to the kitchen, and moving off like cleaning for a second here is gonna be these Oxo Good Grips squeezy bottles that I swear by. So first of all, I recommended Oxo. That was the like wand that I mentioned earlier. So Oxo, I just love their stuff. Like I love everything. First of all, it's always winning the award from America's Test Kitchen, which if you saw my last Amazon video, I trust America's Test Kitchen, also known kind of as cooks.com, with my life. This woman right here, I'm gonna point to her, this woman right here, I can't tell you the chokehold this woman has on everything that I purchase. Whatever she says to buy, I'm literally adding to cart before she even finishes her sentence. I love this woman. I don't know who she is. I would fan out if I ever met her, because she tests everything so thoroughly and she's so convincing. Anyway, Oxo Good Grips always wins their little awards for like the best whatevers of the whatever. And this is no exception. I have bought other squeezy bottles. Don't get me wrong, they're fine. They're fine. I've bought some on Amazon before, but I like the Oxo one because I just find the plastic to be more durable, and also it's got this little cap that really just slides on really easily. I use this for putting in hot sauces. If you make sauces yourself, olive oil, like I don't have like an olive oil dispenser thing anymore. It's just super easy to use the squeezy bottle. You can get the exact amount of olive oil and things that you actually want. I throw everything that I can in these squeezy bottles. It looks more organized. It looks cleaner on the countertop. So easy to use. It looks very profesh. All the people at the Bon Appetit Test Kitchen, they all use these squeezy bottles. So if they use it, clearly if it's good enough for them, it's 100% good enough for me. I just love these little squeezy bottles. And these are the particular ones that I like the most. They're very reasonably priced. Are there cheaper ones out there? Probably on Amazon, but I don't trust those ones. I trust Oxo Good Grips because again, this woman, she tells me that they're the best and I trust her. I believe everything she has to say. So these are great squeezy bottles. If you want to up your game in the kitchen, you're kind of like leveling up. I think this is a really great way to make sort of your oils and sauces and dressings and things super accessible and easy while you're cooking. So definitely love these, use these every single day. Okay, and then of course, Oxo Good Grips. Guys, I just love them. This chopper. So I used to have for like a decade, one from Pampered Chef, and it broke eventually, and I was sad because I used that all. This, by the way, is worth it just for garlic. That's case closed. I mean, if you want to chop other stuff like herbs and stuff, who has the time and the patience? Also great. Herbs, whatever, you just go in and you just boop-a-boop, and then like, it just chops it all and rotates throughout so that it creates an even chop. I love these. I use this all the time while I'm cooking because I don't have any patience. You might have got that from this video. And so this is just a really clean, easy, quick way to chop garlic, chop herbs, things like that. My Pampered Chef one did finally break. And then I sort of realized that like Pampered Chef, I guess is an MLM. So like, I don't have a rep in my area. Like, I don't want to go into a whole MLM. Do I want to go into a whole MLM side thing? Look, don't get involved in an MLM, but the products are fine, I guess. The Pampered Chef one is also fine. I don't even know if they sell it anymore. So eventually, I had to give it up to the Oxo Good Grips because I have bought another chopper since and I hated it. The Oxo one is still the best because they're just the best. That's just it, case closed. Okay, so next up, I've got this SimpleHuman automatic soap dispenser that I have used. So I mentioned in my last video that I have another one that I use for cleaning and sponges because I hate the clutter of like the Dawn Palmolive Sunlight dish soap sitting on the kitchen countertop. I don't like it. If I can hide it in the sink, which is usually where I put it, I will, but sometimes it gets a little bit wet and gross and disgusting when it's there, so I'd rather put it in a nicer container. So two ways that I accomplish this. The one that I mentioned last time is the Mr. Siga sort of soap pump dispenser. Please see the other video for that one. Love, love, love that one. Great for little sponges and stuff. But I use this one for brushes and hands and things like that, which is if I'm going to be washing without the Mr. Siga, then I like this one because it is automatic. It's a total like a sensor thing, and you just go in, you put your hand or you put your brush or you put whatever, and it's great for cleaning. It's much nicer and more aesthetically pleasing than the Dawn dish soap bottle on the countertop. I really like this because it's hands-free and because it's SimpleHuman, which is a brand that I really trust. I bought this one like 3-4 months ago and I really loved it. I've had the garbage can from SimpleHuman for like at least 10 years and it's never steered me wrong. So they make really good quality stuff, I think. So I'm not worried about the sensor breaking or anything weird like that. So love this one, more aesthetically pleasing than the gross bottle. Definitely give this one a consideration. Okay, so my next one is going to be the Vitruvi Move Diffuser. Now this one's a little bit of a cheat, I'm gonna be honest with you, because I have a Vitruvi diffuser, but I wish I had got the Move. And I'm gonna recommend the Move, even though I have the other one. Now the stone diffuser that I have is great. It's a great, beautiful diffuser. It's a little bit more of a higher capacity than a lot of the other diffusers that are out there. If you don't know what a diffuser is, by the way, you take essential oils, which are all natural. You can get whatever scent you want. You get citrusy, woodsy, sandalwood, blah, 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 whatever you like. You put some drops in there with some water and then it produces vapor, I guess, and it goes in and it makes your place smell really beautiful and wonderful and clean and fresh and all those wonderful things. And it's more pure than you're gonna get from, I don't know, incense or something that always kind of smell a little bit funny to me. So I personally think if you like having a scent in your home, consider a diffuser because it's a really natural way to make it happen. The one I have is great. There's nothing wrong with it. I love this diffuser. It's awesome. I wish I'd got the Move because the Move comes with its own docking cradle that you can sit in your living room and you can actually take the Move with you, which I think is really nice because you can actually take it to your bedroom, you can take it to your office if you're working there all day, you can take it to the bathroom, I guess, wherever you sort of feel like you can move it throughout the home. I think that's a better long-term play. I wish I'd gotten that one, but instead I have the like wired version, which is also great and a nice consideration. But if I were to do it all over again, and I may just go out and purchase it, but I don't feel like I need 2 diffusers right now. But anyway, I wish I would got the Move, and the Move is the one that I would recommend because I think that's the great one. So that's the one I think that is the better move, and I've never seen too many movable diffusers before. A lot of them are usually wired in, but this one is able to move with you, which I think is great. And it's a great local company. It's a small business based right here in Vancouver, great company, Vitruvi, and so I would consider the Move personally. And that's it for me for today, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this. Again, this is like a different type of video for me, but super fun. I'm gonna link to everything, by the way, down in the description. You can go check that out there. And if you wanna go check out my other Amazon video, I've got 10 other ones that are there. A lot of those are a little bit more home decor focused, but you know, it's a random hodgepodge just like this video. So go check that one out if you're interested. I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks, bye.